Blue Apron, the food delivery app I've never heard about in my life until about the time I saw this video on my feed. Let's check it out, guys. Blue Apron's $2 billion crash. Okay, first of all, I like the idea of what they're doing. I kind of have a gist just looking at what they're doing here. Just looking at what their images here.
Seemed like the future of convenient dining just a few years ago. The pandemic drove a fresh burst of interest in meal kit delivery and
Meal boxes.
recipe boxes in the
We're in the era where everybody was supposed to stay home like they're on curfew kind of era, bro. We're waiting for the next cool era before everybody, being scared of sickness era, bro.
US.
Yeah, I'm totally ready for our next, humanity. Come on, let's have something good, bro. Let's have something good. That's the next news story, bro. Let's go.
Families sought convenient and healthy home-cooked meal options. Companies like Blue Apron, HelloFresh, and Freshly all promise.
Yeah, I know about two of them, but not Blue Apron, bro. Guys, have you heard of Blue Apron? Let me know in the comments below.
To revolutionize the way we cook and eat, but the reality is quite different. In a post-pandemic world, people are back to their regular lives, which has led to fewer meals eaten at home, and these subscription companies are now struggling. For meal delivery startups, growth has stalled tremendously compared to 2020 record highs due to fierce competition, higher customer acquisition and retention costs, logistical.
Yeah, bro, it was only HelloFresh, and now everybody's like, it's like corporate, has some investments, got some investors having a stake in meal delivery for sure.
Challenges and rising inflation across all categories of food. The most popular meal delivery startup, Blue Apron, which raised a total of $193 million, reached a valuation as high as
But yeah, I actually really like the idea of what they're doing though here.
$2 billion, just sold to a new food tech startup called Wonder Group for a.
So yeah, the owners sell and they retire. Happens often, guys.
Mere $103 million.
Investment capitalists.
This sale caps multiple years of ups and downs for Blue Apron, once a leader in the meal delivery space. But how did this even happen to companies like Blue Apron and HelloFresh? How did they even get started, and why are these businesses failing? To understand this, we first must look into how they were founded and the early days. Let's delve
A grapefruit looks like? OMG.
into this from the lens of Blue Apron.
Do they actually give you a Blue Apron? That's cool if they do.
Blue Apron was founded.
If they don't, I'm gonna be angry.
In 2012 by Matt Salzberg, Ilya Pappas, and Matt Wadiak in New York, with the premise of making it easier for consumers to prepare home-cooked meals. Here's how it actually works. Customers select which cuisines they want delivered to them, then boxes would arrive at their doorstep with pre-portioned ingredients and recipes for them to cook their chosen dishes. Lastly, customers use those ingredients and work off the instructions.
No, it's super cool, bro. Like, you can get every ingredient, bro. Like, that's a dream.
To prepare their meal.
Guys, in the future, they'll have stuff like this, but, we could deliver. Somehow we'll find out how to deliver things within, like, less than a day. Like, less than an hour, bro, and we could just, like, get these things delivered to our house. We can cook them. It's super cool, bro.
Targeted working professionals in large cities.
Like, I would want all the... Because you know how all the cool YouTube shorts that are cooking related make their own spices from scratch and cook everything from scratch. That's something I want to do, and if they can just like have all the ingredients delivered there, maybe even the utensils, that's just awesome, bro.
Who may need more time to grocery shop and cook. HelloFresh, Freshly, Munchery, and Plated.
Munchery, oh my gosh.
Started around the same time as well. Blue Apron secured $135 million in funding in 2015 from big-name investors like Fidelity Investments and reached a whopping valuation of $2 billion.
That's quite a bit.
The company even turned a profit in the first 2 quarters of 2016, which made it one of the hottest tech startups at the time.
2016? That's way back then.
Blue Apron was still
Look at it though, guys.
struggling to keep
Yeah, if you want to spend 2 hours preparing your dinner, there you go.
current customers and gain new ones as competition increased. But nonetheless, it IPO'd in June 2017 at $10 a share and a valuation of $1.89 billion. After its IPO, things started to really take a downturn for the company. It reported a net loss of
Yeah, not everybody had everybody had the time out their day to make foods like this, guys. I think that's part of the reason why.
$52 million on $245 million in revenue. Competition also intensified. Amazon announced its acquisition of Whole Foods, which spooked investors. Other meal delivery startups were paying premium marketing dollars to steal
Oh, wait, they give you peanut butter as
customers
well?
away from each other, which led to even higher marketing expenses for
But nah, man.
every company. By the end of 2017, Blue Apron lost 15% of its customer base. By the end of 2018, Blue
I
Apron
think it's because people just don't have the time to cook, guys.
stock price
Legit.
dipped below $1 per share, and it was at risk
Wow, $1 per share, guys.
of getting delisted from the New York Stock
It's doing the same thing FaZe is doing.
Exchange. But lucky for Blue Apron and other meal delivery startups, the pandemic came unexpectedly. The pandemic drove people to stay at home and gravitate towards more convenient meal options, which brought a fresh wave of interest in meal kit deliveries. Blue Apron's revenue went up by $1.1 million in the second quarter of 2020. It announced additional product expansions like multiple boxes per week, recipe customizations, and 4 recipes per week to ride the demand wave. Notice
4 per week, guys. No, wait till let's see where the company is in 10 years, bro.
the
They
rise
could be definitely onto something, man.
in meal kits among consumers. Nestle, the food and beverage conglomerate, leaned into the category and acquired Freshly in 2020
Oh gosh, Nestle.
for a whopping
Okay, now I know why Freshly's everywhere, guys.
$1.5 billion. HelloFresh had 2.6 million active customers in the fourth quarter of 2020, which was a 46% bump from the previous year. It was a temporary wave that wouldn't last. Although meal kits benefited from people dabbling into cooking when they were stuck at home, demand for these
Brussels sprouts. I've never tried a Brussels sprout in my life, guys. You think it's good?
soon proved difficult to
I think I'll try it.
sustain.
If they put if they bake them, I'd be down to try Brussels sprouts and put that oil or whatever they put on there.
When people are now back to their pre-pandemic routines. As its demand slowed, Blue Apron sought out third-party partnerships to capture new customers. It began offering its meal kits on Walmart.com, which gave it a small bump in sales. Even so, the company continued to struggle. It had a net loss of $109.7 million for 2022. In recent months, Blue Apron has transitioned to become a more asset-light business, selling its operational infrastructure to California-based meal provider Fresh Round for $50 million.
Selling infrastructure?
And
How do you sell your like infrastructure like that, guys? So they're like selling the patent or something?
off a bunch of employees. Operational infrastructure includes fulfillment centers, equipment, operational and technical knowledge, and related personnel. Then, at the end of September, Blue Apron announced that it was selling to Wonder Group for $103 million. For context,
Yeah, they still cashed out big, bro.
Wonder Group
But new business, like people that are new in like the business, it's obvious that the first founders just don't know where to take this and they need help, or they just don't know where to take it in general. But hey, imagine starting a business, growing it to $100 million, bro. That's so wild.
is a food tech company that provides food halls for delivery, pickup, or dine-in for customers. They partner with celebrated chefs and restaurants for consumers to order from, all under one app and under one roof. It was founded by Mark Laurie, who founded Diapers.com during the 2000s, which sold to Amazon. He also founded Jet.com, which eventually sold to Walmart for $3 billion, and Mark was the former CEO of Walmart e-commerce. This
Yeah, he's rich.
$103 million
Yeah, bro. If I could do that, if I could do something like that, I'd be happy, man. I'd be real happy.
price tag is significantly lower than its highest valuation of $2 billion. Freshly, which was bought by Nestle for $1.5 billion during the height of the pandemic in 2020, has announced that it has ceased its operations. Munchery, one of the first meal delivery startups, which has raised $125 million, actually went out of business back in 2019, just before the pandemic.
I never heard of that one, so.
As time progresses, we're seeing more and more meal delivery startups fall. Let's now look into the 3 main reasons why meal delivery companies fail. The first reason why meal delivery startups fail is because of their operational costs. Maintaining its service is very costly. You have expenses like ingredients, packaging, storage, human workers, and delivery that can add up very quickly. You also have
Yep.
think about the logistics of putting these boxes together, ensuring that the ingredients are packaged and stored correctly and that they arrive fresh and on time at the customer's door. Managing these costs and manual labor at scale while keeping prices around $10 to $15 per serving for customers is a tough balancing act. The second reason why meal delivery startups fail is because of how competitive this space is.
Yeah. Business is ruthless.
When this trend took off during the mid-2010s, there was a gold rush of companies entering the industry. HelloFresh, Plated, Home Chef, Blue Apron, Munchery, and Freshly. As a result, the market
Nah, these companies still be sponsoring YouTubers like mad, bro. The ones that are still around.
became overcrowded, making it challenging for new startups to stand out. As mentioned before,
But yeah, I mean, the business model is still here, though.
Company spends an obnoxious amount in marketing to pull customers away from competitors.
It looks like they're using the same freaking website model.
Which results in even more spending for each
You know, with
company.
3 things, 3 bullet points that they talk about at the bottom here, like.
Some discounts are as high as $130 off your first order, or even the first 16 meals free. This makes the cost to sign up new subscribers very high, and some consumers are looking for a one-time bargain with no intention of converting to a long-term subscription. There's also
Hey, I'll be doing the same, bro.
fierce competition from established players like Amazon with its own meal kits. This is a challenge because it has much more resources and can outspend the
I just want some MREs.
smaller companies in marketing and technology.
MREs sound good, bro.
The third and last reason why meal delivery startups fail is because of high customer acquisition and retention costs.
Like, you could just go buy the frozen meals at the store.
Marketing campaigns to discount
Guys, but they do have like some cool proprietary stuff.
and promotions, acquiring new customers is very expensive, especially if every competitor is trying to outspend one another. However, even if these services attract customers initially, retaining customers is another challenge. Many customers try meal kit services for a while, but eventually return to their old eating habits or switch to other convenient options with food delivery services like Uber Eats and DoorDash. One of the biggest issues with these meal services is that they essentially provided training wheels for far more people learning how to cook than veterans. Once
That's so cool.
these people prepared
Bro,
enough
man.
meals or saved enough of those laminated instruction cards,
One day we should do a video like making this stuff, man. That's fun.
they wouldn't need the service anymore. They've gained enough skills and experience to do it themselves. All this has led to a struggle to achieve any form of profitability for these services and for them to become self-sustaining businesses.
Hey, that's what happens. Business is business.
So, with all this, is there even a future for meal delivery startups? As meal kits were trending, grocery giants took notice.
Steak
Kroger,
peppercorn,
the
guys.
American retail conglomerate, started its own meal kit delivery service known as Home Chef. It exceeded $1 billion in annual
It's a big world, guys.
back in 2021. It makes sense for a company like Kroger to get into the space.
Of course, Walmart.
Meal delivery is more of a supply chain problem than anything. All the meal kit startups were essentially tech companies playing in the food service space. They are very knowledgeable in tech, but not so much with supply chain. Knowledge of the food industry and supply chain is critical in making these services work. These are obviously Kroger's and Amazon's specialties. They also have the resources to be able to invest in good operations, logistics, technology, and marketing to keep it going. So the future of meal delivery is that we're going to start seeing more and more startups go out of business or sell to bigger companies. There is still demand
Is that so?
for meal delivery, but it'll probably fall winners.
Alright, guys, that's a video. Like, comment, subscribe, check out Dark Mode Digest in the description. I mean, it's so darn expensive. How did none of the investors see that it was a sustainable model? Big fish eat little fish, guys. That's about it.